Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today we are checking out the Tops Knives Lite Trekker fixed blade. This is a lightweight fixed blade that I think is going to be able to do a lot for us. I'll give you a couple specs here. We'll jump into a bunch of field testing. You're looking at a total blade length of 4 1/8 of an inch. And it's made out of 1095. It's 1/8 of an inch thick, which is really nice. It's thin, so it's going to slice great with a full flat grind, micarta handle scales, kydex sheath. I mean, this is a high quality item that we're going to go beat on and test out today. Let's go and check this thing out. All right, so the Tops Lite Trekker comes with a really nice kydex sheath that we would know from all the other type Tops knives. Lots of T's there. And this one's really nice. You know, you got your belt buckle, which is really nice, strong, durable, rotates 360 degrees, and you know, you can fit it on most belts very easily, clicks into place, and then again, like I said, you could rotate it 360 degrees any way you want, and it stays in place, which is really nice. So, you know, if you like to carry it kind of horizontal. Then on the front here, you have a kydex loop with a really nice 2-rod magnesium and 1-rod ferrule rod for fire starting, as well as your emergency whistle that all the Tops knives come with, which is a really big plus. The thing I will note with the fire steel in this position is there's really no retention, it's just sitting in there. So if you're not carrying it kind of more like this, there's a tendency that, you know, if you carry it like that, it could fall out with some hiking or whatever you were doing. Then you have a really nice thumb ramp right there. You can pull out, get the knife out, click it back into place, boom, you're ready to go. This is a really nice kydex sheath that you really don't have to worry about, you know, trying to mold one yourself or, you know, whatever. Very well designed sheath with the Tops Lite Trekker. You can see that it's clearing these branches very easily. You know, it is only 5 ounces, so it's not necessarily your designated chopper, but you can definitely clear some boughs off a plant if you need to. You know, do whatever needs to be done. Make yourself a bow. You know, whatever you would need to do with the Lite Trekker, you can definitely do. Nice. So the Lite Trekker weighs in at 5 ounces, and then with the sheath, so combined weight, I believe is 7.5. But for 5 ounces and only 4 1/8 of an inch actual cutting edge, you can see here, this thing is definitely able to cut at this pine. This is dried out, dead pine, and I'm able to get some really good cutting, and I'm not really exerting any energy, and boom, I just blew that definitely about 1.5 inch little bow right there, just knocked that sucker right off. And with the huge lanyard hole, just awesome. You're able to really get that motion going. So for such a little tiny blade, you can definitely do some minor. It's not definitely a big, this is not your designated chopper, but you can definitely do some light chopping and cutting, you know, regardless if it's for your fire or shelter with the Lite Trekker. Got some heavy duty nylon rope right here. And you can see, because it's 1/8 of an inch thick, full flat grind, this Lite Trekker is just going right through that cord and webbing very easily. As easy as, you know, an SE3, you know, a really nice thin, like a Delica 4, something like that. This Tops Knives is going to go right through your heavy duty nylon rope, webbing, you know, whatever, around a campsite, a hunting trip, or out defending the USA. All right, so with the overall dimensions of this blade, it's 8.5 inches overall. You got 4 1/4 inches total blade length with the cutting edge at 4 1/8 of an inch. This blank spot right here is not big enough for a choil or anything like that. I don't really know why that's there. I wish they had just brought it all the way into the guard. But and then you got a 4.5 inch handle, so it's perfectly balanced. Is great. You got linen micarta handle scales, which is awesome. This is the black on black model. They're bolted in with Allen wrenches, so they're very easy to take off if you did want to. You got some really good texturing along the sides here, and really nice. Again, at 4.5 inches, that's I gotta wear large size gloves, and you can see I got plenty of room to spare there. Very comfortable in my hand. I like how it's pretty thin, so that it fills out my hand well in the length and stuff, but it's not really bulky and fat in my hand. Huge lanyard hole, so you can get that chopping done. You know, I double ran that paracord and got that Pinkertons, you know, lanyard that I like to chop with, and then you got these kind of little white liners in here that just make it pop. Full tang, of course. That guard is awesome. Just everything about the handle I really enjoy using. No hot spots on it whatsoever, and very, very comfortable overall design of the blade, but also the handle in particular is just a blast to use. Almost disappears in your hand when you're using it, which is great. You can see here, as I do this chest pull, which is one of my more favorite pulls and cuts to do, particularly, you know, if you're around a campsite for a while, it's very easy to do this type of cut. I'm able to put my index finger right up here on this jimping. My palm cups that guard really nice and easy, and I can get those kind of bushcrafter pulls in, you know, types of cuts, and really just go to town on this piece of wood. And I'm in total control of this knife. It's very comfortable. I really like that a lot. Very, very nice as I cut through wood. So you guys can see as I carve and whittle with this Lite Trekker, that full flat grind is awesome with the 1095, you know, with the Rockwell hardness of 56 to 58. I mean, just awesome. Great coating on this knife, by the way, too. It's not coming off after all the different days. You know, I've used this multiple days out in the bush, and it's not wearing out at all. Razor hair popping sharp. Got a great set of jimping along the back here, and your hand just rests right there. Great slicing capability with that awesome drop point with tons of belly. And I mean, this thing was designed to just carve and slice, so you can just do it all day long. It's going to feel very comfortable in your hand. You can get that super, you can see there just those curls going. Very detailed work, very easily because of the 1/8 of an inch thick spine. And you know, this knife is just awesome to use regardless if you got gloves on, barehanded. Classic design, and there's a reason why it's classic. It's extremely capable out here in the wilderness for fire starting, food prep, even hunting. You know, it'd be great for hunters, you know, kind of preparing and processing some of your game. I mean, just an awesome all-around wilderness outdoor type of knife. This thing is a home run with wood processing. All right, so a really nice feature that the Tops Lite Trekker has is that they give you about 1.25 inches of blank uncoated 1095 right here. The rest of the knife has that nice black coating. Low traction, it's not high traction, it's nice and smooth, but they give you this nice blank spot so that you can use your ferrule rod and try and start a fire. So we're not going to, I'll just do it a couple times just so you kind of get the idea. This wood is semi-wet, so it's not going to do a great job, but you just put your ferrule rod right up here against your piece of wood. Oh yeah. And you can see it's doing a great job. That would easily, this is a little drier, and I got some, you know, thinner tinder. I could easily start a fire with that. That's awesome. You know, just a little bit of coating there, and then you just wipe it off. Boom, you're good to go. And that's awesome, as well as the magnesium rods that you could shave off, and I know I could get a fire started here in moments without too much trouble, and that's a really cool feature that Lite Trekker has. All right, so I want to show you a quick side-by-side of the Tops Lite Trekker and the SE4 so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. This SE4 is 8 ounces. This Lite Trekker is 5 ounces. So there's a 3-ounce difference there, which definitely, you know, in that category is a lot of weight. You can still get good chopping on the lighter knife, the Lite Trekker, both made out of 1095. They're both at the same price point of right around $105. So the price point is exactly the same. My Carta handle sales are exactly the same. Same thickness on the handles, the same length of the blades. The only difference that you're going to get really is that lightweight, 3 ounces lighter. Both come with good, great Kydex sheaths. And then the Tops Lite Trekker is 1/8 of an inch thick with that blank ferrule rod thrower, so you can throw sparks with your ferrule rod. But it's 1/8 of an inch thick, so it's going to slice and prepare your wood and your food and just cut through things easier. It's just the way it is. It's just physics in that that's only 1/8 of an inch thick, and then your spine on your esee, you can see there's much more massive, a lot thicker at 3/16. The Tops Lite Trekker, I would say, is a much better wilderness blade. than say your SE4, but I would say that that SE4 is definitely got a little bit up on the tactical end of it. But the Lite Trekker as well is going to have an overall longer handle. For those of you who don't really care for the SE3 and SE4 handles because they maybe are a little small in your very large hands, the Lite Trekker has an overall longer handle and will fit your hand a lot better. So I just want to kind of show that to you as we go through this. And the Lite Trekker is just a better in that kind of category knife for me because it's thinner and lighter than the SE4. All right, everyone. You know, this is a great blade regardless if you're a dude or you are maybe looking for a blade for your wife, or, you know, just wanted to share between the two of you, your girlfriend, whatever, because of its size. Both for guys, you know, the handle is nice and big enough for us with big and large size hands, but it's thin enough for our ladies with the smaller hands. So Mrs. Gideon's Tactical has volunteered to do some stabbing and batoning for us and do those tests for us and just kind of show how a woman can go ahead and wield this Lite Trekker just as easily as a dude. So let's see how she performs with the batoning and the stabbing.
So this blade is an 1/8 of an inch thick, but as you can see, it does pretty well at batoning pieces of wood. You can do it pretty quickly, and ladies, even you could do it for your campfire to get some tinder going. It works great. Alright, this has a drop point design, but even though it does, it's penetrating really well. And also with this guard here, I know that my hand isn't going to slip and I'm not going to cut myself. So this is really an awesome knife for guys or girls.
Alright guys, so you've seen it all. I got to tell you, I am in love with this knife. For real. For 4 inches, I mean, this is an amazing blade. $100 flat. You can pick this blade up. eBay, Amazon, BLADEHQ. I mean, a lot of different places have it for right in there between $100 and $105. It offers you so much, and you know, as you've seen, I mean, I'll take it over an SE4 any day just because of how light it is at 5 ounces. You know, with its thinness at 1/8 of an inch thick, so it's going to slice amazingly well. The price point, the steel. USA made, sheath, everything about this knife. There's nothing that I can complain about with this blade. So I would extremely recommend this knife. If you've been thinking about it, do it. You will love it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.